your starting lineup. As shooter, standing 6'3", number 20, David Rebuttal. At center, standing 6'10", number 10, DeAndre Jordan. At the other guard position, standing 6'3", number 0, Russell Westbrook. At power forward, standing 6'10", number 3, Anthony Davis. At the other forward position, standing 6'8", number 6, LeBron James.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Short. A rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Now we'll look at Memphis's starting group. Brooks at the 3 with Jackson at the 4. And then there's Steven Adams. Then there's John Morant. And it's Melton in at the 2. And for Los Angeles, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Bradley is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. And for teams already exceeding expectations, Greg, their spirits are running sky high right now.
Kevin, it's always a great feeling to come out strong, but it is hard to maintain that consistency. The teams that do, they believe in themselves and they keep playing to their strengths.
Why is consistency so hard?
Because you're not playing against yourself. And we're human, and Kevin, as great as you are as a broadcaster, you probably have had some days where you didn't feel as good as you did other days. And that's no different for a guy competing at this level.
My friend, that's every day. Every day you don't feel good about it. But you grind, right? You just try to keep grinding.
You got to do it.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, James.
The agility, the instincts, the power. I mean, James remains a dominant figure on both ends of the floor.
And both free throws good for LeBron. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. And he goes big with a dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
Are you for real? Morant way up. That move is fire.
Here's LeBron. No good off the back of the rim. And here are the Grizzlies. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, I got a chance to chat a little bit with Frank Vogel. I asked him about the task of slowing down John Morant. Coach said the one thing you can't account for with Morant is his explosiveness. Everything else you can plan for, but sometimes he'll just beat you. And Kevin, that's what they mean when they say, good defense, better offense. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks.
Well, with as much defensive attention as AD gets, the passing lanes will be open for him, and those are the passes he needs to make.
Now here's Morant. Really played well against Brooklyn in his last outing. Brooks outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Davis.
Sometimes Brooks is a tough matchup for the D, especially when he's playing with some intensity and looking to score.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they hit about 76% from the line.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, Kevin, this is sort of a boom or bust type player last year. Brooks is a major league streak shooter. I mean, and when he's on, he can carry your offense.
And both free throws good for Brooks.
And when you look at Brooks's game logs from last year, you're spot on. I mean, one night he might put up 30. The next night he might go for 6 or 7.
Yeah, Jay, but you need those explosive scorers on the roster. You know, I call him the Vinny the Microwave Johnson type. When he's hot, you ride him. When he's not, sub him. That's simple.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Bradley can't get it to go. Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 here to start. Not the game. Brooks kicks to Morant. Melton feeling it out a bit. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Avery Bradley.
And though he's very active at the offensive end, Melton probably makes his biggest impact defensively.
I agree, Gia. He works hard, shows good instincts, and reads the passing lanes very well. He's also disruptive with his speed, his length, and I like that he can play physical. He can get you out of your rhythm.
And he knocks down the first one. Both good from the line that time. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bradley passes to Westbrook. Six on the shot clock. Back to Bradley. Connects from three-point range.
And that's where he's most comfortable. Bradley crafting his game to excel in the catch and shoot.
Morant outside. Pass to Brooks. Jacks up a 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Brooks has got 7.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Now here's Westbrook. 32 points for him last game against Charlotte. James kicks to Bradley. Feeds to Davis. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Embracing contact on the way up. I mean, Davis is terrific at keeping his composure on these challenging finishes.
Morant passes to Jackson.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
Here's Westbrook. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Davis gets it to go.
Oh, the defender plays tough, but Davis is tougher. Plays through the contact with authority.
Westbrook against Morant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And judging Morant's game early on, I've heard a few people with Allen Iverson comparisons.
Well, put me in that number as well. That's going to be tough to fill up, but it just means he has the potential, the quickness, the athletic ability, the IQ, the handles. They're both lightning fast, slight builds, and both tough. And you see the explosive ability to get to the rim and finish. I'm going to ask my boy AI what he thinks about the young Ja.
And that one misses.
And what an incredible shot in the arm for this franchise. The opportunity to draft a potential superstar in Ja Morant, and they had only a 6% chance of landing that number 2 overall pick.
Anthony's checked in for Anthony Davis. He hits the second from the line. They've had a lot of good players come through Memphis over the years, GA, but probably no one with Morant's upside.
He has future league MVP potential. Once the three-point shot is consistent, once he cuts back on the turnovers, I just don't know how you stop him.
Bradley, no one around him. Good, and the assist goes to James. And it's 6 points for Avery Bradley.
Oh, three-point shooting. I mean, the strength of Bradley's game offensively, incredible.
Adams against Jordan. Adams dishes to Morant. Out to Brooks. And stolen by James. Stolen by Jackson. Morant against Westbrook. Outside Jackson. And the rejection by LeBron.
Well, James is just a sensational shot blocker. You better check your rear view mirror. He's relentless.
How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Jackson down low, covered by Anthony. Good work defensively by Anthony.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
And the dunk by Westbrook.
Well, taking flight. Gotta admire how high Westbrook gets up when he goes for an alley-oop.
Memphis trailing here. Morant scanning the floor. And throw the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Some changes for Memphis. Kyle Anderson comes in for Steven Adams, and it's Williams in for DeAnthony Melton. Jackson against Anthony. Unloads from 13. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Down low. Anderson finds Morant. On the wing, Williams. From the arc. Rebounded by Anthony. LA's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Stolen by Jackson. Morant passes to Jackson.
Oh, this is just being a good team. I mean, Morant making sure to whip the ball over to his open man.
Westbrook up top, guarded by Morant, and the rejection by Jackson. Here's Anderson, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him, and let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And the shot goes in. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
And Bledsoe, one of the most efficient finishers in our league. For a player of his size, he is extremely polished inside.
Now here's Westbrook. Passes to Horton Tucker. Lakers working the ball around now. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
Here is Anderson. 11 points for him in that last game against Brooklyn. And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
First one falls for him.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for Los Angeles. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
I mean, and you start with Anderson. What you see is what you get. A smart, unselfish player who leans into his strengths.
Pass to Horton Tucker. Back to Rondo. There's the pass to Monk. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Brandon Clark.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Anthony. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
Bledsoe against Rondo. No good from Bledsoe. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Monk. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
The D making that layup look very uncomfortable for him. Good aggressive work down low.
Anderson passes to Tillman. That shot misses. And the Lakers take it the other way. On its way from Monk for 2. Releases from the wing and drills it.
And Monk's being assertive off the catch. It's a challenge for the D to get up on him because he's so quick to rise and fire.
Pass to Anderson.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Rondo, how he performed last season. He was around 7 points per, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Anderson. Lakers trail by 3. Here's Horton Tucker. 8 points his last outing. Now Monk. Anderson with the block.
And blocks like this fire Anderson up, which in turn get his teammates going as well.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Rondo after Eric Bledsoe's score. Pass to Horton Tucker. Now, here's Monk. He's guarded by Williams. 6 to shoot. Here's Horton Tucker. The Lakers get it back in a new 14. And that one's good, Anthony.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Outside Williams. Pass to Bledsoe. Over Anthony. Clark trying to get open. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Monk, no one around him. No good. That would have tied it. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Bledsoe with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against Brooklyn.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
Outside Anthony, over Bledsoe. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Anthony's got 6 points. 1:20 left in the first quarter. And Bledsoe, here we go. Softly drops in the floater. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Rondo dishes to Howard. And the pass to Horton Tucker. Pass to Monk. The 3. It's good from long range. 5 points in the game.
Well, it's all about confidence for Monk. I mean, he looked assured that time.
Williams kicks to Anderson. Here's the teardrop. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Lakers trail by 4. Now, here's Monk. 5 points in the game. Passes it to Howard. Here's Horton Tucker. He's covered by Anderson. Looking at Memphis, they took the win in their last game against Brooklyn. Dishes it to Clark. And it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defensive end.
The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 4. And we'll be back right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what's your take on the Grizzlies so far?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Well, credit the coaching. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
And Clark has got the ball here for Memphis. 4-point game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Suns. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the second quarter. They've got Adams. Anderson is out there with Clark. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Melton in at the shooting guard. Bazemore passes to Davis. Second shot opportunity. Howard dishes to Davis. And again, the Lakers no good.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And one of the biggest surprises last year for Memphis, Brandon Clark, brought not only the energy, the rebounds, the block shots, he brought the three-point shooting.
Shot clock at 6. Shoots. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
That's a nice defensive effort. Stick it right up on him. Affecting the shot.
And they pick up 2. Davis has got 6.
Always love to see your big man run the floor. There's no questioning Davis's effort.
A player known for his athleticism, Clark's skill set may have been underappreciated by people and personnel.
And not only the long-range shooting, Clark showed up with a terrific floater, hit his free throws. He even started creating for others by the end of last year.
Well, that's almost a sure thing when you leave him that wide open on the perimeter. I mean, that's his sweet spot.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Now, John Morant says in an era of 5-star recruits, he was a no-star recruit coming out of high school. And that put that big chip on his shoulder. Now he has "beneath no one" tattooed on his arm. And he says, "My dad always told me that I was trained to go. Basically, that I'm built for the moment. And guys, his time is now."
Sure is, D.A. Thank you. No good from Bledsoe.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
Here's Ellington. Anderson with the block. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Melton. He's covered by Bazemore. From past the arc. Melton, no good. Lakers trail by 5. And here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. Greg, how special was it for you that you had your number 50 retired at UNLV?
You know, that's something that I can honestly say. As a kid, you dream about a lot of things. Winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed, is to have your jersey hanging up in an arena. That was a surreal moment, a really cool moment, and it was awesome to be able to share it with my family and friends.
And people probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
And the Lakers with some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Howard. James comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Memphis also making some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Clark. Dylan Brooks comes in for Anderson. And it's John Morant in for Eric Bledsoe. And Jordan sends it back.
And the one thing we know about DeAndre, he's a presence at both ends of the floor. He protects the rim on D just as much as he punishes it at the offensive end.
Now here's Westbrook following the miss by Jaren Jackson. Davis finds Westbrook. Shoots from the elbow. And too long on the shot. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Out to the right wing. Here's Morant. And the rejection by LeBron. And he gets it back. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So Morant will go to the free throw line. That one on Davis. For Memphis, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Los Angeles.
And one of the younger players to enter the 2019 draft, Morant, wise beyond his years.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
That jumper is just looking clean and confident. Very little that Morant can't do.
Shot is good, and the Memphis lead's cut down to 6, and the bucket from Bradley.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Morant kicks to Adams. Back to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Okay, look at Morant flexing a little muscle right there, showing off his athletic ability right in their faces.
James looking around. And Adams sends it back. Kicks it to Morant. He dishes it to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, good interior offense. Those passes have to be right on target.
To the middle. Here's Bradley. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Energy is rarely a question when it comes to Bradley. He's consistently knocking on the defense's door.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Really a good season for him overall last year when you look at the number, 83% from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
But the defensive specialist, Bradley, now a veteran, he's proven to be a guy who can contribute well as a starter or a bench reserve.
And he makes both free throws. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this, you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
Melton passes to Brooks. Morant outside. Davis against Jackson. Brooks with no one around. Off target from outside. Lakers trail by 8. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Goes back up. No good. Adams, some nice D. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Melton passes to Adams. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Davis. James outside. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Outside Bradley. No one near James as he lets it go. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Let's pop over to our 2K leaderboard to see which power forwards and centers have had the most productive last month offensively. Anthony Davis is second.
You know, there are different styles among those big men, but they have one thing very much in common. They can dominate offensively. Face up or back to the basket, they can get it done.
The collection of post moves these young big fellas have is unreal. I'd say some of the most unstoppable moves in the game today.
And the Grizzlies leading by 10. Brooks, the pass to Morant. Back to Brooks. Lets the three fly. Anthony Davis with the rebound. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against the Charlotte Hornets. James with the bucket.
And the ball handling moves of James are sensational, effortlessly slicing through the D with his quickness.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
In this game, just the first of 4 meetings between these two. They'll get quite familiar with each other by season's end.
I look forward to seeing which team can dictate the style of play. I mean, that's going to set the tone for this entire series.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Horton Tucker's checked in. And Monk's subbed in for Bradley. Williams, he's checked in for Memphis. Floats one up. And Davis sends it back. Fast break. The Lakers pops it up for Jordan. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And any lob to Jordan is about as sure a thing as you can get. So athletic for a big with tremendous hands, and big fella knows how to get in prime position for those alley-oop feeds.
And Davis now top of the key. The shot, no good. Adams, some nice D. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense.
And despite that funky delivery, Jackson Jr. has become one of the more lethal three-point shooters in this league, no matter the position.
And give his father a lot of credit. He and his mom, it's in his DNA. I played with his father in Washington, and he was a knockdown, deadly shooter, a champion with the Spurs as well. Now, as far as Jackson Jr., he's already shooting around 40% from beyond the arc. That's an incredible number for a player his age. It makes the Grizzlies very difficult to match up with defensively.
And the first one drops. Anthony's checked in for Anthony Davis. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Lakers trail by 8. Here's Westbrook. Here's Monk. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, with Westbrook on the ball, you can't have a hole in your defense. He's too smart to miss it.
Now here's Williams. And there's the pass to Brooks. Outside Jackson. Adams taking his time here. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Morant missing. The Lakers shooting the ball at 42%. Anthony with it. He's picked up by Brooks. And the shot is good. The Grizzly lead has been cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Anthony.
And Anthony is certainly capable of sinking the triple. The D has to respect that quick release and get out on it.
Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
And here is Los Angeles now. The Grizzlies making the shot. It's stolen by Adams. And there's the feed to Brooks. Lays it up and banks it in. And it's a 7-point Grizzly lead.
And sometimes it seems Brooks is better at scoring like this. I mean, he enjoys overcoming challenges.
Pass to Monk. To the inside. Here's Anthony. And the rejection by Jackson. Westbrook against Morant. Brooks up on top. Puts up a three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Now here's Jackson. After the miss from Malik Monk, Jackson finds Morant. And they double up Morant. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. The Lakers with the ball. Lakers trail by 7. Horton Tucker, the pass to Monk. And the Lakers making a change here. Bazemore's checked in. .109 left in the first half of basketball. Now Monk. He has 7. Here's Jordan. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Jordan's got 4 this quarter.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here's Anderson. 9 points in the game so far. LA's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. They get it back. And yes, it's good. And now just a 3-point Grizzly lead.
I wouldn't want to be the guy who has to keep him off the boards. He is a beast on the offensive glass.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And it's Morant missing. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Brandon Clark. Los Angeles shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
So Anthony nails both of them. 16 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Morant. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
But just another example of why you run plays through Morant. I mean, he makes great decisions with the ball in his hands.
Here's Rondo. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. AD, you see how they're playing you in the first half. What's the adjustment going to be?
So, we got to come out with a great intensity, and it starts in the warm-up. So, we got to come out with a great intensity, great mindset, and try to go out there and win the third quarter.
I have never heard anyone say it starts in warm-ups until now. Thanks, AD. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. There was no stopping Ja Morant in the first half. He had 14 points, and Shaq, a team that used to be known for its grit and grunt. And that does it for our halftime show.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. And James picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Morant against Westbrook. Now here's Morant, guarded closer. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries. Lakers trailed by 5. Westbrook with it. Passes it to Jordan. Back to Westbrook. Jordan trying to free himself up, and it's Westbrook. That time on the assist by Jordan. Westbrook's got 6.
Physical defense, possible they could have called a foul there, but Westbrook, he's a beast. He just plays right through it.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that, but either way, it's a tough shot.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 9. Now the dish to Adams. Jackson trying to break free. Adams' shot is good.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Brooks against LeBron. The 3 from Bradley. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Brooks for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist in the game. Westbrook scanning the floor. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Melton. Bradley with some nice D. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Trailing by 5.
Well, come on, we all know LeBron is used to getting fouled. It's just amazing how he keeps his focus. Such a powerful player.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And they double up Morant. Adams wide open. And the 3 off target.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Westbrook with a wide open look. Great look, but off the mark. Memphis leading. And it's Brooks in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta. Brooks has got 15 points.
You see the confidence rising? I mean, when Brooks is firing away like this, keep feeding him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Man, he's so skilled at finding ways to get to the line. Davis staying aggressive and going at the D.
The Lakers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9. So we can't get either to fall. It seems like every team, Greg, needs that one enforcer, that one guy who's going to get under opponent's skin.
Well, in one poll of coaches and players, Adams was voted the second dirtiest player in the league. One guy said he's real physical, but maybe he crosses the line. Throws the sneaky elbow here and there, commits extra hard fouls, yet Adams usually escapes foul trouble.
Here's Melton. That shot off, and the Lakers take it the other way. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Here's Westbrook. And he converts the layup. Westbrook's got 11 points.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Pass to Adams. He kicks to Morant. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
This system is set up perfectly for him today. I mean, it's allowing him to find a lot of good shots.
Lakers trail by 7. And the Lakers decide to take their first timeout here. You have to like what you're seeing from Ja Morant.
He's been a thorn in their side all game. They'll probably use this timeout to change up their D. The system they're in now, it just isn't getting it done.
Brandon Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Taking high percentage shots has been this group's specialty. On your screen now are this month's field goal percentage leaders. Dwight Howard on top. Anthony Davis is second.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
Now here's Davis. 8 points for him. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It goes on Brandon Clark.
As a defender, it's so tough to body up Davis. He'll find a way to get to the bucket and the foul. I mean, that's what AD does.
Now here's Morant. 18 points for him.
Oh, he has to fight for that one. Doing the dirty work, getting after it on the glass.
Westbrook kicks to Bradley. Jordan trying to free himself up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
The ability to draw contact and get to the line is a great tool for any player to have, but it's really a bonus for perimeter players like Brad.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw good from Bradley, and Memphis making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And so Bradley nails both of them. So it's the Grizzlies now. They've led by as much as 10. And they double up Morant. Jackson finds Morant. And Davis sends it back.
You see how the Bronze can leave his swats.
Well, that was a strong dunk.
That's why you go home. And James simply one of the best dunkers in NBA history, I have to say. Highly creative in how he throws it down.
Morant outside. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the layup. Morant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, he's got to roll in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, this isn't fair. Everything is going AD's way. He's in the zone and scoring at a terrific pace.
Outside Jackson. Here's Brooks. And the rejection by James.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backdoor.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Brooks, the pass to Jackson. This is to Morant. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. And he gets it to go. Westbrook's got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And they double up Morant. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebound the Lakers. Jordan's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated. A look at Eric Bledsoe. Last year, getting it done. He put up about 15 points a game last season, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. Tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
Williams kicks to Bledsoe. And here's Anderson. He's got 9. No good, unable to end this run. And up before again for the Lakers, running the court. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The free throw drops for Rondo.
I mean, having a floor general like Rondo on the court instantly elevates your offense. He does everything he can to bring out the best in his team.
Now here's Bledsoe. He has 6. Looking to get back on track here. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see. When you lob it Powell's way, he'll find ways to finish. That's how talented of a dunker he is.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Anderson outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That one's on Anthony.
A wildly unpredictable player. Anderson is skilled at drawing the D in and then making them get overly assertive.
He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. So it's the Lakers now. Outside Rondo. There's the 3. And another 3 for the Lakers.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Outside Williams. Mark against Anthony. Here's Williams. Tries yet again. He lays it in.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 6 to the middle. Howard in the post. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Oh, proving he can be crafty. Howard takes pride in fooling defenders and getting them to jump.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First free throw is good.
Always an adventure from the line. One of the few blemishes on Howard's career.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Los Angeles. And both free throws good for Howard. Here's Bledsoe. He's got 8. Anderson outside. Taken away by Anthony. Here's LeBron. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. LeBron's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. Anderson passes to Clark. He doesn't hit that one. Great D that time from Howard. Lakers leading by 14. Now Ellington. In the corner, it's James. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against the Spurs in San Antonio. Free throw good, LeBron. Russell Westbrook in for Wayne Ellington. And so he makes both from the line. Williams with the ball. Bledsoe outside. And the jam by Bledsoe.
And there are few with a more explosive first step than Bledsoe. Gets the angle at will.
And Eric Bledsoe, a special kind of athlete.
And 3 separate knee surgeries in the rear view. But still so fast, his teammates call him Ferrari. The way he's built, a muscle car might be more accurate.
Free throw, no good for LeBron. The Grizzlies trail by 16. Anderson outside. And it's sent back by Howard. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Westbrook throws it down.
Well, I just love Westbrook's energy and explosiveness on fast breaks. There's rarely a moment where he's not giving his all.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Inside, here's Clark, and it's Clark with the jam.
A solid playmaker. Bledsoe has the vision to take advantage of an imbalanced defense.
LeBron outside. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists here tonight.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, and that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Now, here's Clark. Here's Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.